What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D, and I am back with another one. Today, we're going to be talking about a situation in Toledo that happened about a week ago. You had a situation where the police was caught out, pertaining to an animal, and it turned left real quick. You had a situation where the authorities came out to the house, and they saw the living conditions which this house and these children and these grown people were living in. I have a guest that's going to be joining me on the show, and I also have two other guests that's going to join us on tonight's show. I also have the two young ladies that live in the household that's going to explain their situation to us. So I'm going to go ahead and bring them in a second. But before I do that, I'll allow my guest, my co-host, to introduce himself to the show.
What up? It's Real Talk with Big Dave.
Okay, Big Dave, thanks for coming on the show, man. Well, I'm getting ready to bring the guests on in. Okay, ladies, welcome to the show. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yep, I can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, first and foremost, I want to thank both of you ladies for coming on to the show. It takes a lot of courage, to come on and speak about this situation, because I know you ladies were getting a lot of flack from this for this situation, and like I said, first and foremost, I just want to thank you ladies for coming on to the show. So go ahead and introduce you ladies selves to the show.
My name is Angel. I'm the mother to the 8 kids.
My name's Cassandra. I'm the mother to 5 kids.
Okay. I want to thank you ladies for coming on the show. It was a situation out in this is the situation that we're talking about. It was a situation in Toledo where the neighbors, I believe, called the authorities about it was a cat they believed that was thrown down the stairs and that was hurt, and they were called out about that. But I have audio and video first that I'm going to show real quick, and then we'll get back we'll get to our commentary. So give me 1 second. I have everything queued up. I'm getting ready to bring that to stage, and we'll go ahead and talk about let you guys hear that, and then we'll get back to the commentary. So give me 1 second. Here we go. Let me know if you guys can hear this clear. Can you guys see and hear it clear?
Yep.
Do you live here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a call here that there was something, a cat got thrown down the stairs or something and was injured. When we go inside and see what we saw, the living conditions here for this house and these kids being here, a big problem.
Yeah, but no, it gets cleaned up every day. Listen to me.
No, there's no way. There's no way. No way. And like I told him, he's in cuffs right now because he has warrants. He has 4 warrants. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I don't have any, but you can check.
No, that's fine. We'll eventually grab your information and all. And like I told him, I'm not trying to talk down on you guys. I'm from the east side. I grew up here.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm not somebody who had it in Sylvania and
Right.
I understand that.
Yes,
I'm not trying to talk down on you guys
Yes,
and make
ma'am.
you guys
I'm not, I'm not.
feel a certain type of way, make you feel like a bad mom, a bad whatever. I understand that. But at a certain point, too far is too far.
I know, and that's what I be telling you.
I understand.
I'm
I
the
understand.
oldest sister,
But,
so you
but
know.
that's where we are right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
So what do I do?
We're gonna get some stuff figured out.
So do I go clean the house or what?
Can you bring me my never mind. Just hang tight for me.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it. I just wanted to just show everyone that who may have not saw the video and just give everybody a sense of what was going on. So, ladies, can you hear me loud and clear?
Yep,
Yes,
we hear
sir.
you.
Okay, so Angel, give me your thoughts and your opinions on when you first arrived home and you saw the police out there. What was your thoughts and what did you think what was going on?
I didn't know what was going on. Like I knew, like, because I went to go take a shower at my friend's house. That's where we like where I'm headed right now, actually, to go see my
Right.
friend. That's where we were going to we were taking kids to take showers. But the tub, there was running water. Like, I don't know. When I seen all the police there, I got scared. I mean, it was a whole bunch of police there for a cat that wasn't paralyzed that got thrown down the stairs, because that's what the call was about. But
Okay.
It was too many police officers there for that call to be like that. Like,
Okay,
but I was
so I'm gonna
scared
I'm
though.
gonna get off.
I was scared. I was nervous.
Okay, I'm gonna get off into some of the questions that a lot of people in the comment section is open to you guys. If you guys want to comment and ask the ladies any questions, you can. The comment section is definitely open. So I definitely want you guys to engage, because there's a lot of questions that people want to know. And I start off with a few questions that I have. When the officers arrived at the house and they walked around and they saw the conditions, they from what they saw, and from their testimony, they said there was no running water, no usable toilets, pets in the house. How long have you guys been living in these conditions?
The toilet was like that for like 4 to 5 days. Like, and we were running our kids to up the street. There's a Unison right there, and I was taking them to the McDonald's on the east side because that's where we were staying at the east side. But I was taking them there to use the bathroom. To bathe, I was taking them to my friend Kaya's house. That's where I'm on the way to right now to drop off my cousin. But we were bathing there, and there was running water. There was hot water, but we turned the water off because in the basement, the water, we turned the hot water off like days prior because the hot water in the basement was sprinkling out of the spout, out of the pipes, and it was hot. So it was making mold all up on our ceiling, like the ceiling in the basement.
All
So
right.
there was
Okay.
running water and there was like working toilets, but
Tub was clogged. It wasn't even clogged.
the the
Okay.
toilet was clogged, but the toilet was clogged for like 4 to like a week, basically 45 days. And my brother was literally there, the one when you watch the
The
video, you see
video.
somebody sitting on, yeah, you see somebody sitting on the couch. He was there to fix the toilet that day, but they never got to it. Like Angel, my brother-in-law Angel, he had just got off of work. So, and I was overstimulated. So I was coming to take a shower without the kids. Like if I go take a bath in that bathroom, all the kids are popping in on me. Like my kids, they're not gonna just sorry. I
Now,
had to
now let's
stop
clear
my
something
sister.
up. Now you're the one. Now you're the one, and so I want to separate you and your sister. Now you're the one with the 8 kids, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now a lot of people want to know, because and I'm just talking about the reports that we've got from off of 13 Action News, and then just the reports that we saw on Facebook. They
Okay.
also reported that there wasn't any food in the refrigerator, or there was no foods in the cabinets or things like that. Explain that situation. There's
Let me
13
teach you
children
later.
living in this house, 3 adults, and there also was reports that there were human feces, and dog feces on the floor. So I want you guys. I'm giving you guys an opportunity, for people to have a different perspective and clearly some of these things up, because the way the news explained everything, it sounded like a house of horrors. So that's why I
Right.
wanted to reach out to you ladies. It's always two sides to a story. Give me your thoughts on that. Let everybody know, was there dog feces and human feces and urine throughout this house?
No, there was no dog feces. No dog feces. The human feces they're talking about was in the toilet, and the dog had literally just tore the diapers out of the. That's what you. I have a video of the cop talking about it. There's diapers. There was diapers outside of the bag. Like the dog had ate the shit, the poop out of the bag, out of the
Right.
diapers. So that's what they were talking about with the human
But
feces.
she was brought in that day because
But
the neighbors kept letting her out of the backyard.
she was brought in that day because the neighbors kept letting her out of the backyard. But yeah, the human feces is what they're talking about. It was in the toilet. It was no human feces around. Oh, I mean, well, it was the diapers, but there was no dog poop. There was no dog poop like anywhere.
Yeah,
So I
because
don't know what they're talking about.
the way the news explained it, and then from what I saw off of Law and Crime, they made it sound like, there was no running water at all. Like I said, no
Yeah, there
usable
was
toilets. So
though.
therefore, the kids had nowhere to, go and use the restroom when they had to, urinate or do the number two. So a lot
Yeah,
of people.
they didn't show the part because There, I have the whole video of the police camera. I have the whole video from my attorney, but I told her that I take them up the street to the Unison. She had took a picture of the camera. I don't know if they asked the Unison people, but we ran them up there every day to the Unison for the 4 or 5 days that the toilet was like that. We ran them up to the Unison, and I took them to McDonald's. I have a vehicle. I would take them up to the McDonald's if they had to use the bathroom. My brother said days prior to that he was gonna come fix it, but that day particularly, he came that day, and that's when all that happened. The
Okay,
food
now,
was I had food in my truck. I
right.
had food in there, but it's 13 kids. Like, we just got that refrigerator. We had just got it from Rent a Center.
Okay.
So
Now go ahead. I'll allow you to come in, Big Dave, and ask a few questions if you have available. The comment section is definitely open. I need for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and share. We have a few people that's watching. We are live. We are on all social media platforms. We're live with Angel Lambert and I forget your sister name, the Lambert
Cassandra.
sisters, I should say. But Big Dave, go ahead and if you have anything that you want to ask Angel or sister, go ahead.
I got a lot of questions. Because I got family members that be glad children did that. I'm not trying to ambush y'all ladies. How y'all doing today? And I'm not trying to ambush y'all or nothing like that, but it sounds like when people listen to this, they're gonna think you're making excuses, because my question is, how long has this been going on and how did you get here? And do you have a landlord? Because if you don't have a working toilet and you have things that's out of order, sprinkling, water coming from the ceiling, it seems like something should be done with the landlord.
Right. And my sister let the landlord know that the water was doing that. No one came and fixed the water. And the toilet, she let them know about the toilet, and no one came and fixed the toilet either.
Well,
So she bought 3 different snakes to fix the toilet.
And
And
okay.
they
she
still and it
tried.
still never was cleared or fixed.
No. And that's why the tub was dirty the way it was
Why didn't
when they
y'all
came in that day.
why
Because
did
we put the snake in the tub.
Right.
I get all that, but why didn't y'all go farther with going even past the landlord if you had to take it to the whatever to get the help for these children? Because you already know anyone that's watching this, and if the police, and I'm not saying you're lying, and I'm not saying they're lying, but when they came to the house and they came in there, and like you heard the lady said, no, this is way out of hand. And I understand, because we understand this.
Yeah, but they're not living there though. Monday through Friday, our kids they would leave to go to the after school program. They
Okay,
go to after school program, they go to therapy, and our kids would go there.
so why you
They
don't like?
eat, they eat, they do all that. We cleaned Monday through Friday. That particular weekend, I was overstimulated, sick as a dog, sick as fuck. Like, I was overstimulated and everything. I was the one watching the kids, me by myself, while my sister and her
Okay,
ex now, they worked. They worked. I had to quit my job because the little babies didn't have daycare.
Right. Yeah,
all right.
because you also have reports that they also said that the kids look like they have not been bathed in days.
And
So but
them kids bathe. Our kids bathed every day. They bathed. We got yeah, literally. We got pictures of the kids the day before and the after school program that they go to. They told them they came clean. I did hair.
right.
I was in the middle of doing hair. I was sorry, I just got a
You kind
call.
of breaking up a little bit. But that's why I
But
wanted to bring you ladies on. So everyone that's watching and everyone that's heard about this story can hear your part. Because only thing that
right,
they've pretty
I
much
know.
heard is just what they've been seeing on
The
social
police
media
had to say and
and
all
saw
that.
through the
Yeah.
news.
I literally was just doing my son's hair before I left to go take a shower. So I could be cool. Like, if I don't take care of myself, who is going to take care of my kids, right?
Right.
That literally was from that weekend. That they flipping the house upside down was that weekend. My sister and her dude, he worked what, 10, 12 hour shifts, and 10-hour shifts, and she worked at Family Dollar. I don't know how long the shifts were, like what, from 9 to like 8, like all day.
Okay,
Oh,
so
turn it down.
I
go,
was
yeah,
at
you
work.
kind of breaking
Yeah.
up. Go ahead.
Sorry. The day that happened, she was at work, literally. Angel had just got home. And I was like, let me go bathe real quick. Let me go take care of myself real quick. I just had came and took a shower.
You're breaking up again.
And they showed up. Like, I was
Right.
in the shower when they came.
Yeah, because if you gotta, because
Like,
if you ladies really understand, you know, most people concerned are even not with you ladies. It's with the children. You know, most people are concerned and worry about the children. You know, so what happened
right.
when you guys got arrested? How long were you arrested? And how long did it take for you guys
We got
to
out.
be
We
released?
got
Were
out
you
the next
released
day.
that day or what?
We got arrested Sunday night and got out Monday morning. Like, we were never in jail that long.
What was
Okay.
the
They understood our, like, I don't know if they I know the police and the judges and stuff didn't understand, but CSB understood though. Like, I don't have no help, like, at all,
Right.
besides my other sister. Like, their dads, I got 2 deceased, and the other 2, they're not around. Like, they don't help. Like, still to this day, they don't care.
Right.
One just wants sex, the other one doesn't give a fuck. So, like,
Right. See, and that's what made me reach out to you ladies, because like I said, at the end of the day, there's always 2 sides to the story. You know, I wanted to be able to bring you ladies on so you can tell your side of the story, you know, because looking from the outside in, you know, most people will look at you like those are some trifling, lazy bitches. You know what I mean? And that's probably, you know, I'm not going to say not the case. You know, I wanted you ladies to come on and speak your piece, so that for you can change the mindset of what people think about you. You know, so how are the kids? Do you guys did they I know CSB had took the kids, so where are the children at?
my sister, her kids are at their grandmother's, and my kids are with my older sister.
Okay.
And they're
All
doing
right. So
great. They were been doing great. They're great kids. They, as y'all can see on the video, they talk, they're
no, the
smart.
kid look. The
Like,
kids look like they were not male nutrition. They looked like they were eating, you know, things like that. You know, they didn't look like, you know, like they were hungry or anything like that. They talked, had a great conversations with the police. They looked like they were in pretty good condition, you know, to say the least, I should say. You know, so at that point, you know, most people were just concerned about the living conditions. You understand what I'm saying? You
right, I
understand why a
understand.
lot of females
And then,
and
like,
a lot of people were kind of upset
it's,
with you guys on social media.
yeah, and we understand that. Like, we're going through a lot.
You kind of breaking up again.
Like, at the moment, like, we're going through a lot. That day they evicted us. So guess where we were
Oh
living?
wow.
Like,
So you are not in that
right.
same place where we saw the story at no more.
hold on, hold on.
No, no, we're not.
Wait a minute.
Oh wow. So where are you ladies staying at now?
We're staying with a friend at the moment. Well, I'm staying with a friend, and then my sister's staying in a totally different spot. But before, though, we were staying in my car, though. Like,
Oh wow. You
yeah,
know, and we
they
did
evicted.
stories like that, you know, and that's why I wanted to reach out. You know, at the end of the day, um, everyone goes through situations, you know, and it sounded like you ladies were going through a situation. You know, my next question are what are some of the things that you ladies are doing presently, you know, to change your situation, you know, especially for these children.
We're attending our.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, y'all are breaking up really, really bad.
Sorry. Yeah, I know. That's because somebody keeps calling my phone. 1 second. Let me. 1 second.
Okay, I'm gonna read some of the comments that's been coming through while you guys get that taken care of. Lasandra Lloyd 992 also said, "I'll be praying for these ladies and the babies. They need resources and help." You know, exactly. You know, and that's why we wanted to bring you ladies on to try to see if we can get you some type of resources or help. Big Dave, do you have anything else that you want to ask these young ladies?
I mean, I understand they're going through something, but what I can't understand, why would they be evicted if they're supposed to help get the house?
Dave, you breaking up too. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, but it's probably from the whole system. But like I said,
You good?
The sprinkler. I mean, they said when you flush the toilet or run the water is busting off the pipe. Not their situation, the landlord situation. So my question: why are they evicted if they did nothing wrong? Usually, you get evicted because you tearing up towards you're not supposed to. That's what I'm trying.
I don't know. Can you ladies hear him? It sounds like he pretty much he's asking you the question is why were you guys evicted from the place?
Here. They maybe evicted us because of how wide this spread, like because of the news.
Somebody that
Right.
endangered children living in their property.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, they said they couldn't have somebody that endangers children in their property. The goal is reunification at the end of the day. Our kids were already in therapy before all this, like the after school program that they go to, they provide therapy. So and my kids, I know our kids needed therapy, like because of what they've been through. We've been through a lot in the span of months, like from March on to now. Like really before that, we were in shelters and living with family members before we moved on Raymer. Like, and I just decided I was moving with my sister until I could get enough money up to so I could like move in my own spot with my kids.
Right. Okay. Well, Dave, if there anything else you want to ask, I'll go on ahead and get ready to start closing out. At the end of the day, what message can you ladies give to any other women or young women who may be going through the same similar situation that you're going through? What message or can you give them so that they won't have to go down the same road that you ladies went down? So give any young woman or any young lady that may be watching this, that may be going through, like I said, a similar situation that you're going through, give them a message. What not to do.
Don't be afraid to ask for help is one. Do not be afraid to ask for help at all. Like if there's anybody you're close to or that you could talk to them. Like being in the situation we were in, we learned a lot. Like don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Really for real, like you gotta put your pride to the side. Like that was our problem. Like we thought that there wasn't people to help the whole time. Like there's people to help. And I'm not just talking about with the cleaning or anything, like with our mental health. We needed mental help, like therapy. We're in therapy. That's what I didn't get to say, but we're in therapy. We're doing everything we can to get the kids back. We're doing our classes.
Okay. Now, are the kids going through any type of therapy, or how are the kids going through this situation? Meaning that, because I know you said some of the kids are still with CSB. So how are they handling this situation, or are they going through any therapy?
None of the kids are with CSB. None of them are. They're with.
Oh, okay. Well, that's great.
Yep. Until we can provide houses, like Sandra, we got places to go. Like we got houses, but we're just waiting to move in. That's the whole thing. But
okay, you're kind of breaking up real bad, Angel.
Yeah, barely can.
I barely can hear you. But at the end of the day, like I said, everyone's main concern are those children. Like I said, I wanted to bring you ladies on so they can hear from the horse's mouth. It was a lot of negativity on Facebook, which I'm not going to say you ladies didn't have that coming, because we didn't know from the outside looking in. So that's why I wanted to bring you ladies on so you can explain your part, because most people don't get a chance to explain their situations. They're only people are only looking from what they're seeing in social media. So Big Dave, if you have any more questions you want to ask them, go ahead.
I don't really have nothing more. It just I hope they can get their stuff situated. They can get the kids the help they need. But at the end of the day, hopefully children back. This is going to be a problem because they're trying to say that they're living in rough conditions. The mothers think it wasn't like. We'll find out, but hopefully children definitely need. Period.
Yeah, you kind of breaking up too bad, but yeah, look, I'm not gonna. We're having a bad connection on both sides. Overcrowding isn't bad parenting. It's about survival and the system, and uh, the whole thing is how do we protect children while also supporting the struggling families or the mothers? These were two struggling mothers that need help. So Dave, what type of solution do you have? And I'll give my solution once you're done with that, and we can go ahead and close out.
Well, number one, they have to take parenting classes.
It looked like they went out, but go ahead.
Number one, they have to take parenting classes and do everything and learn how to be parents, because sometimes when you have kid after kid in this type of society that we live in now, it's rough on even the poor areas. Is price of living is high.
Right.
You have to,
All right. So, but yeah, man, at the end of the day, it's all about trying to, find a solution, trying to solve a problem. So what we want to do, I have my assistants that's going to try to, well, not try to, we're going to set up some type of GoFundMe for you ladies to try to, not for you ladies, but for the kids, for the to be able to help you and these kids out, to be able to find somewhere to live, and it's just to be able to get the things that you need to be able to get on your feet. I'm gonna read a few more of these comments. Cassie Ann Lambert, which she's in here, she said, I am taking parenting classes on 1 week. Hold on, I'm on week 3. Melvin said, what up though, Dame D, just tapping in. What up with you, Mel? I'm gonna read a few more comments, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set up a GoFundMe for you ladies. So after the show, I'll get you ladies information, and we'll get all that set up. And those who watch it, make sure you're subscribe to the channel. And once we set up this GoFundMe, make sure you support and help these ladies. If you feel if you have a generous heart, you know what I mean? So these were two ladies that's in need. I just wanted to bring you ladies on the show so everybody can hear your point of view, because like I said, there's always two sides to the story, and watching what we saw on the news and watching what we saw on Facebook was just horrible. So I'll give you ladies your last words on this situation, and then we'll go on ahead and close out. You breaking up really, really bad. Are one of you guys listening to the show or from another phone? That's probably why you're breaking up like that.
it's got the whole system breaking up, Dane.
Because if I'm breaking up like that, then the show was not good if no one can hear us. But at the end of the day, I'll go on ahead and say your last words and let everybody know where they can reach you. And we'll just end the show on that, and I want to thank you ladies first and foremost for coming on the show. Angel? Okay, I'm
Yeah,
it looks like they having bad reception. I want to apologize about that. Hopefully you guys were able to hear me. They were having a bad connection. They were in that car, so I don't know what was going on. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about the children. I wanted to bring these ladies on, so they can give their point of view about these living conditions, because like I said, at the end of the day, no one should have to live like how these children were living. My main concern were the children. I come from a single mother, and when I saw this story, it bothered me, and I wanted to reach out to these young ladies and see what and hear their point of view. What happened? Why did they allow this situation like this to go on for so long? And a lot of people probably are wondering, how long would this situation have went on, if the authorities would have not been called out there? You know what I mean? So Dave, give me your last thoughts and let everybody know what you got going on and where they can reach you.
Like I said, man, it's all about the kids, and the kids don't deserve to live that way. And if they're telling the truth or lying, I don't know. But whatever's going on, I hope that they can all get the help they need to get the help for these children. But that situation is not a good situation. Whenever authority goes into a home and sees feces and toilets not flushing and water not
Yeah,
running,
that's horrible.
they're always going to look at it that way, period. And that's
Okay,
why
Melvin said we was clear, so hopefully everyone came out clear, and you guys were able to hear us clear. But yeah, man, the hopefully at the end of the day, these young ladies learn a valuable lesson,
well,
because that house, and I'll just be honest, no one's house gets like that in one day.
no,
So hopefully they'll be able to learn from this situation, and we'll be able to get them the help that they need, and they'll go on to, be great moms and put this situation behind them.
the order for them to be able to make it the right way, they have to accept their faults.
Yeah, you do. Because part of the blame are the young ladies, and you can't get around that. And hopefully, they take responsibility for that and just get their acts together, which they are, which the one lady said they're taking parenting classes. So that's a start. Callie Fortune says she's praying for recovery of better life.
Yeah, they got to do better, but you got to stop making excuses. You got to say, because everybody's not making up stuff, and the conditions had to be really bad for them to take the children out of the home.
Yeah, that's true.
I said, how do you get evicted if the landlord is a slumlord? Because the landlord is not fixing his property. Why are you evicting someone? I understand what they're saying, that when they heard what was going on the news, that was a reason to throw them out. But like, I kept hearing excuses. I work. I went around the corner to take a shower. She took a shower here. We take the kids down the street. I get that. But
All right.
Comes under that condition, not even in 3 or 5 days. That had to be going on longer. And this is not to knock them, but somebody got to keep it real too now. And I'm here to keep it real. So I do hope that they get the help they need, and I hope the children get the help they need. But still, a lot of these mothers got to quit having all these kids because you barely can take care of one.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be honest, Dave. This isn't the first show like this that we've done. We've done multiple shows on mothers neglecting their children. We just did a show maybe a year ago, similar to the situation where you had the mother where she had the 2 kids. She actually left them in this house for a month. She would only stop by to drop off food and shit like that, and the living conditions were horrible. The situation we're talking about now had nothing on that situation with these 2 young ladies. They were living in unlivable conditions.
No, this situation was not like, but it still was a reason for. And what's going on is for someone to call the police about a cat, and then they come there and find worse things going on. That's just a situation. But like I said, we're not here to knock no one. But
Right.
as women, when you start to have all these kids, you have to understand it's not going to be easy. It ain't
Right.
It's easy to take care of 1 or 2 or 3 kids or 4 kids, let alone 13.
Ooh, I couldn't listen. I couldn't imagine, their situation. You know what I mean? So that's why I want to bring them on and get an insight on this situation. Skeeterman 218 said, "Why step up and go fund me for people making reckless decisions?" I agree. It's not for them though, Skeeterman. You're absolutely 100%. It's for the kids. It's to help the kids at the end of the day, and that's what I spoke to, before we actually went live. I said, most people probably won't donate, because they think that you guys will do something careless with the money versus, trying to do something for the kids or trying to, make sure the kids have a livable situation.
The GoFundMe can't be put in the parent's name because let's just keep it real. This right here wasn't normal. If you got kids down the street that use the bathroom, and you went and took a shower, but your kids didn't go with you. Come on, man.
Yeah, so it's a lot of unanswered questions, but for the most part, CSB, they said CSB understood their situation, you know, and I'm normally a little hard, on mothers, in situations like that, but from what she explained, two of the fathers died, and I forget the other situation, so this, she has a lot, on her back, dealing with 8 children, so at the end of the day, Skeeter Man 2118, it's not trying to help these young ladies. It's trying to more help these children, that we saw in that house, because these kids, they didn't know what was going on. They didn't even understand the situation or the living situation that they were living in. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's not for the adults of the house, it's for for the children. It's going to be for the children. So, maybe we'll probably have to set it up in some type of way where and we have to figure that out where it can be set up in some type of where we know it'll go directly towards the kids, but we'll get that figured out, but at the end of the day, man, I just hope these young ladies learn a valuable lesson, because like I said, if the police was not called out there because of that cat, how long would this situation have went on?
That's all I'm saying. And like I said, I told them, this ain't about knocking nobody, but I mean, we got to keep it real though. When that lady, even that cop lady said, look, I'm not trying to knock you, but this ain't happened in no couple days.
Right.
What she's seen in there look like something that's been going on for a long time.
For a very long time.
And you can have a busted toilet that can run over for 2 or 3 days. Your basement can flood up 3-4 feet. For still ain't gonna look like some of the stuff we've been seeing with these parents neglecting the children. Now, I ain't saying they neglecting the children, but my thing is, your children's supposed to go where you go. If you had to go somewhere and take a shower, why they're not there with you? And then you said you didn't want to take a bath there because they'd be all over you.
Okay, we got Angel Reese coming back to the stage. Go ahead, Angel.
We just hear everything you guys are talking about. It's okay. We don't need the GoFundMe. We don't need you guys' money. God is gonna bless us how He blesses us. And then
we don't
was.
want you ladies to take it the wrong way.
No,
we're
it's
definitely
okay.
going
It's
to do
okay.
that.
I'm not taking it the wrong way.
The GoFundMe
I'm just
for the
saying though,
kids.
like we're okay, but and the children can tell you themselves that we cleaned up every day. Like,
right. Yeah,
they
and
can
I
tell
was
you
getting
we
ready to
cleaned up
say, I
every
don't want you
day.
ladies to think that we're bashing you, because we're not. We're here to
It just
actually help you.
sounds like it, and we're okay. Like, if we don't want
Yeah,
the
no,
help, people are gonna
listen, everything
they're
that
gonna
we talked
judge.
about, we're going to
All
do.
of my
It
money,
was
like
just some of the
all of the
comments we
money,
read.
you
You had Skeeter
guys said
Man.
that you can set it up for when the kids can get it.
No, the kids, they're going to need that money immediately. So we're going to try to set it up so that you guys will be able to get that money immediately. You know what I mean? Like far as just immediately. Whenever you need to,
Well,
especially
you guys can talk to
once
my
you get your
sister.
new
You
house,
can
you're
talk
going to
to my
need to be able
sister
to,
and
buy
the
food and put
kids'
things in there.
granny
So
that
whatever
have
you
them.
get, it'll be for the children. It'll be for you and them kids.
But the thing is,
No, not for me. It'll be for the children,
No,
like you
it'll be
said.
for the children,
But
and like I said, I was just reading some of the comments, Skeeter Man, and I'll go back to that thing. She said she had, okay, no, not that comment. Hold on, let me go back. Okay, he said, why set up a GoFundMe for people making reckless decisions? And like I told him, and if you ladies heard that, it's not for the ladies, it's for the children.
This is another thing I wanted to say. People go through depression. We went through depression. We went through a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't even get to mention. Like,
well,
that I don't want to really
go ahead.
mention for
Now, since
real.
you're
Like, I
back on,
really
go
don't want
ahead
to
and
mention,
mention
like,
it, because I want you ladies to speak your piece.
okay,
we're not here to bash you. We're here to for you ladies to have a voice.
Okay, well, the Kimani situation with my niece, Kimani, the one that got murdered here in Toledo by her father, that's our family. Like, we're the ones who found the mat. Like, we were depressed because of that. We've been depressed because of that.
Right.
We lost her. Like, my kids were just literally with her that weekend and we lost her. Like, that's very
Well, my
sensitive. Like,
condolences.
we're
I'm gonna
so
read
sensitive.
this comment from Skeeter Man 218. She said 2 fathers died, one only wanted sex and the other is no good. She picked all dudes, blank, look like he said that's not shit, send children clothes with no tags. So but yeah,
Oh, you can
so
send like I mean, we're not gonna bring the clothes back and get money for it if that's what he's trying to imply. Like, it. Listen, my kids like with the resources, with the material things and
okay,
stuff
I
like
get
that.
what he
I
said. Send
use those.
clothes with no tags. I get that.
Yeah, but
But at the
yeah, I get it too.
end of
Go
the day,
ahead, do what you gotta do. Like, if you
hopefully
feel like
you ladies will
donating,
do what's best for the children.
right? If you feel like
And that's it.
donating, then you can
I'm
donate.
not
That's fine.
concerned. Yeah, I just want
But
what's
don't make
best for
smart
these
marks
children.
about it. Like we're just out here just not doing the stuff. Like we
If
literally, man.
I wouldn't take it.
It's basically my sister was in a relationship, but she's a single mother. Like it's
But
like that. And then I am a
You know
single
what?
mother. Like
I want she having. I would love to hear from her point of view too, because we have not heard from her yet.
I mean,
you want to talk?
y'all
Yeah,
say nothing. Y'all social media the wrong way, but you know what?
Like it's how you guys are saying it.
But I'm
It's how you guys are saying the things.
Go
That's
ahead.
I'm here now. My name's Cassandra.
yeah.
Okay, how you doing, Cassandra? Welcome to the show. Now go ahead.
I'm good. How are you?
What do you mean? Like how you guys are saying? We're just I'm some of the stuff that I'm reading the comments, and I'm just pretty much stating facts or stating some of the things that that the actual news reported. So I don't want you ladies to think that I'm bashing. We're just talking about the whole situation itself. So but go ahead, young lady.
Okay. It's not like we're not taking accountability for the situation.
Right,
Shit could have, been prevented. We could have cleaned up. You know, we could have did shit differently.
right.
Nobody is not taking accountability. We are taking accountability. That's
Okay,
exactly why we're doing the things we need to do to get our kids back. Going to AA, going to NA, doing parenting classes, dropping every week. I've been clean since this happened. It's not like I'm not doing, and the only reason why I had to do AA was because after I got out of jail, that was my first time ever being arrested for anything. I had drank something and I fucking smoked a blunt. That was it. That's the only reason why I had to do AA. Never
right.
touched anything before that.
Okay,
It's not like we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. That's why CSB sees that. We're both on level 2 visitation. All we got to do is get a place. And well, my sister has a job, but I have to find a steady job.
right.
Like she
Okay.
said, the
Well,
end
look.
goal is
So,
reunification.
and I'm glad that's you ladies are taking the proper steps, taking parenting classes, doing everything that you need to do to try to be better parents. So at the end of the day, like I was telling your sister Angel, we're not here to bash you. I'm here to for you ladies to have a voice for people to hear your side of the story. Because
And that's
when we leave
completely
from here,
understandable. And
now
people are going to
people will
have
hear
their
your side
opinions
of the
regardless
story
of
and they'll
what we
be able to
say.
judge you ladies differently.
I'm
You know what
sorry,
I
can you
mean?
please? Yes, sir.
Yep. So
Regardless of what we
that's
say in this interview, people are going to judge no matter what we say. So it doesn't matter what, if we try to explain ourselves, defend ourselves, explain the situation, people are always going to have their own opinion of things.
right. Of course, people will always have their own opinion, but at least they heard the story from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean? So at least you ladies came on here, because most like I said, and first and foremost, I want to thank you ladies for coming on because most people would have not came on. Most women would have been embarrassed to come on to even show their, to even speak, you know, um, at all. So I do, I want to thank you again for coming on. At least you ladies had the courage to come on and speak your piece, and that's what it was all about. It was about giving you ladies a piece, a chance to be able to speak your piece so people can hear your side of the story, because like I said, there's always two sides of the story. And I just wanted you ladies to get that out, and then not only that, a lot of people were just concerned about these children.
Yes, sir. And I thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. So look, if there is anything else you ladies want to want anybody else to know or add, you can go on ahead and add, and then we're going to go ahead and close out.
No, sir. I don't have anything else to say.
What do you have to say to young ladies?
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on one second.
And I'm gonna read before you
I
say that.
wanted
I'm
to
gonna read a
say,
couple of more of these comments that people put in because there's a lot of people making comments. Callie
okay.
Fortune said, "Miss, please don't be too prideful. If people can help, please allow them. Allow them. We're not here to judge." Exactly.
And that's what I'm
And then
working.
you got
That's what
Skeeter
I said
Man
I have to
218
work
said,
on. I'm working on.
one of these times I need to be on the show. I've been inviting you on the show all the time, Skeeter Man. Come on in. But yeah, just like Lisa said, we're not here to judge you. We're just here to, to listen to your side of the story. That's it. And try to provide help. That's what we do over here on the What Up Though show. We come up with a solution, and then we try to, come up with we try to come up with answers and solutions, I should say.
And that's what I'm working on. That's what Angel. That's for me, Angel. That's what I'm working on. I'm working on my pride. I'm working on that. Like I'm not saying I'm healed all the way. I'm healing. I'm trying to heal from everything that's going on, everything that went on in my life, trauma, me, all us
How
going
old
through
are you,
stuff.
young
Like
ladies, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 33.
Okay.
And I'm 27.
Okay. So you still fairly young ladies, I mean, you ladies still have plenty of time to, to be able to turn things around, so at the end of the day, continue taking the parenting classes, and doing everything that you have to do, to be able to reunite with your children. That's what it's all about, because I know the kids got to be feeling some type of way of going through things. So are you communicating or talking to the kids every day?
Yes, we do talk to our children.
Okay,
Yep.
that's perfect.
We both see our kids every Saturday. I see mine at my sister's house between 12 and 2.
And I see them at CSB from 1 to 2.
Okay, well that's awesome. So you guys are keeping in contact and are seeing the kids, and at the end of the day, that's what it's about. Big Dave, let everybody know what you got going on and where they can reach you.
You can reach me on YouTube.
Now you was breaking up again, Dave. But hopefully everybody was able to hear you. So again, I want to thank you ladies for coming on the show. It was it definitely was an honor for you ladies to come on and give your piece and let everybody know, let everybody hear your situation and hear what you were going through, because at the end of the day, hopefully another young lady will get this message and be able to prevent situations like this, and this should be a lesson to, all mothers going forward. You have to do any and everything in your power to be able to make sure that, your children are getting the things that they need or they're not put in situations, like this, So at the end of the day, look, we're going to do everything we need to do to make sure that you ladies get the help that you need. So I don't have anything else to add. It's been another one. It's your boy Dame D, and we are out.
Thank you.
Peace.